الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome to In the Maktaba Reviews. I'm Abdul Wahid Stevenson, and today I'm going to be speaking about or reviewing a website for students of knowledge to benefit from. As you can see in the image, you have a collection of what's known as MUTOON TALIB ILM. The MUTOON or طالب العلم, the text for the student of knowledge. And these texts, right, you have levels 1, right, and you have level 2, level 3, and level 4. And this is level 1, as you can see here. It has أصول الثلاثة, it has البيقونية, it has قواعد الأربعة, and it has نواقض of Islam. So it doesn't it has 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. So it has 3 texts on Tawheed, beginner's text, and it has 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. Now, a common question that comes up that everyone always asks is, what should I study first, or what are the foundations, the Ta'sil ilmi, to get a sound basis of knowledge? And what the Sheikh has done in these 4 books, and he's got more we're going to see on the website, is basically laid out a program of main texts in the Islamic sciences for a student to study and to build upon 4 levels with a teacher to become mutamakkin, or to have a solid foundation in knowledge. So these texts, you can pick them up for free in Masjid al-Nabawi, and a lot of these courses are also available on the MCL portal, where you can study them with teachers, and some of them also with a ijaza. Let's jump over to the website. The website's amazing. You can download all of these texts and more. And you can also find a bit about the author. But the author, before we go to the website, he is the Imam of Masjid al-Nabawi, and he is the grandson of one of the famous scholars who compiled the Fatawa of Sheikh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, and also explained many of the classical texts. So this highlights the virtues of being around in a family, in a circle of knowledge, because the benefit passes on and passes down. So it's as if he inherited, may Allah bless the Sheikh and preserve him, knowledge from his grandfather, and also his father was a student of knowledge, as we're going to see when we have a look at the website. So this is the website, and as you can see, it's got the MUTOON TALIB ILM, and it's got a lot of, as you can see, have a look, it's got a lot of books basically, right? I'm not going to go over all of the books or the whole website, but it's just so that you're familiar with a place on the internet where you can download and get digital copies of these texts. So you can have a physical copy which you take, and you can have a digital copy which you can download and annotate on, whether it's on an iPad or on another device on your phone. You can read it when you're outside, because you might not always have the books with you. And this is the benefit of technology, PDFs and digital, that you can carry it with you wherever you are, because your phone can store a lot. So here, this is the MUTOON Talib al-Ilm, as you can see here, it says it there, right? So this is the selection,
MUTOON
right?
طالب
And
العلم.
also you have, and it starts off with the beginners. So even the Sheikh, may Allah preserve him, he's done something which is also amazing. Sometimes he's got a mukhtasar, which is a summarized version of the same book, right? And this first book, and it's the most important, one of the most important books, as you can see, it says Mukhtasar al-Adhkar wal-Adab, right? Dhikr, making dhikr of Allah, and the adab of doing that. This is a mustawa at-tamhidi, a beginner's level, right? Even before you start studying and becoming a student of knowledge, you have to have adab, etiquettes, and you have to also be a person that's constant in dhikr. And this is a full version of the same book. And as you see here, it says Mustawa al-Awwal, right? We'll have a look at this book in a minute, but I just want to take you through the webpage first so you can see all the books. Then there's Mustawa al-Awwal, the yellow book, which we just had a look at. Then you have Mustawa Thani, which is this blue book. And in Mustawa Thani, you have Tuhfat al-Atfal in Tajweed, right? How to recite Quran. You have Shurut al-Salah, the conditions of Salat, so it goes into fiqh here. Kitab al-Tawheed, which is level 2 in Tawheed, speaks about shirk and the different types of shirk that you have to avoid so you can be a muwahhid, a monotheist, right? Then you have level 3, right? As for level 3, what do you get in level 3? You get also 4 books, and it's another level up. So level 3, you've got Al-Waraqat, and which is a book on usul al-fiqh, legal theory. Unwan al-Hikam, which is a book on adab and seeking knowledge, a poem on adab and seeking knowledge. Al-Rahbiyah, this is level 4. So level 3, you've got Madhumat al-Bayquniyah, my bad. You've got Madhumat al-Bayquniyah, book on Mustalah Hadith, right, which is a side subject. You've got Aqeedah Abi Ishaq al-Biri, which is a book on seeking knowledge and adab. You've got Al-Ajurumiyah, which is grammar, and you've got Al-Wasatiyah, which is a book on Creed and Aqeedah. Okay, and this is level 3. So you can see behind, right, the books there. So each book, even at the back, it shows you what's in all of the books. Okay, then you go to level 4, right, and you study these 4 subjects: Al-Waraqat in Usul al-Fiqh, you've got Unwan al-Hikam, you've got Al-Rahbiyah in inheritance, and you've got Al-Aqeedah al-Tahawiyah, which is in Creed. So in all 4 levels, you're studying Tawheed and Aqeedah. And then in some levels, you're studying, for example, these supplementary subjects, i.e. Usul al-Fiqh, it supplements Fiqh. Mustalah Hadith, it supplements Hadith. Okay. And Unwan al-Hikam and these and then these poems and so on. So that's the 4 levels. The Sheikh, he also did a level 5. Right, he also did a level 5 and a level 5 where he's got Bulugh al-Maram, Zad al-Mustaqna and Alfi ibn Malik. But these are separate on the website. Zad is a bigger book on fiqh. Bulugh al-Maram is also fiqh, but a hadith of fiqh chapters. And Alfi ibn Malik is the khulasa in Arabic Nahu. It's a 1,000 line poem in grammar, Arabic grammar, right? One of the amazing things about what the Sheikh has done here and on the website is you have the text and you have the text. So you have it. Let's take this for example, Bulugh al-Maram. You're going to download the book or you're going to read the book. Let's just say we're going to go to read it online because you can download it if you want to. So we're going to read the book online, and this is the text without the hawashi, right? And what's nice about what the Sheikh has done is you can see it's clear, right? The text is clear, it's large, it's color coded where you can see the hadith, for example, in one color, the isnad in another color, right? It's got the tashkil on all of it. So that's just the text. But what he's done, which is also really beneficial and amazing, is you've got some of the text where he's done a hawashi on it as well, which is he's added notes to it. Okay, so this time we're going to download it and open it in the app which I like using the most, so you can annotate, which is PDF Viewer. Okay, let's have a look, or PDF Expert. So let's have a look at this text. This is the one which has the hawashi on it. And what we're going to see, for example, he's got footnotes. So now you have the text here, the hadith, and you've also got down here, as you can see, you've got footnotes, right? Which is showing you where the hadith is placed. So this is takhrij of the hadith. This is in Sahih Muslim. Tara an-nas al-halal, right? An explanation of some of the words which might not be clear in their meaning, right? So he's done takhrij of the hadith, and it's also mentioned fawaid from it. So you get that extra knowledge which you can level up on, okay? So this is one of the benefits of what the Sheikh has done. And the Sheikh is subhanAllah, may Allah reward him. We're going to go back and look at biography in a minute. But the Sheikh is active. He produces. He doesn't waste any time whatsoever. He's got a ma'had. He's got his own university. I call it a university, right? Because it's producing students of knowledge in Masjid al-Nabawi every day between, I think it's between Asa and Isha. I might be wrong, but we can check that. So this is a list of the MUTOON, right? The MUTOON are the textbooks which you can study, and it goes to further than Bayquni. In Mustalah Hadith, for example, you have Nukhbat al-Fikr, right? You have the matan, and then again you have the hawashi, right? You have the hawashi as well, right? Which has extra information. Similarly, with Umdat al-Ahkam, a very important book on fiqh of ahadith, inshallah, that hopefully we'll go through. If you look at it, you've got the text by itself. Again, best quality text in terms of the matan being compared between a number of different types of manuscripts, coming up with the most authentic and correct one. And then in addition to that, the Sheikh, Hafidhullah, may Allah preserve him, he's done a huge khidmah in the sense that you have the text, it's nice and clear, nice and easy text to read. And you've also got the, again, like he done before, the hawashi, right, where he starts to mention where you can find the hadith. He does taqrij of the hadith, right, and he adds footnotes, right. So there's footnotes as well, and in some texts there's also full-blown explanations of the text as well. So here, as a student of knowledge that wants to get, for example, the best copies of some of the texts that you need to study, then this is probably the website I'd recommend you to go to, just because you're able to download all of the texts with the, and like what makes this text good is that he compares them with all of the present available manuscripts or copies, and he does a comparative, and then he brings out the best one, right? So this is Umdat al-Ahkam. Let's get to the text because there's a lot that he speaks about beforehand in types of. This is a Hawashi, right? Looks at the makhtutat, the manuscripts of this, right? Look at that. You can see the manuscript, right? I don't know what nuskha that is, right? There are some students of knowledge, may Allah preserve them. They are specialists in manuscripts. So this is manuscripts, right? Kitab al-Umdah al-Ahkam al-Manqula, right? And من الأحكام الخير الأنام Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you can see, you can read throughout the text. All right, so this is the manuscripts, another manuscript. So look, this is in the Hawashi. So he adds all of the extra information for the student that wants to go into it to that level. All right. So there's the benefit. Let's get to the text. Again, same thing. So you can see here's the text, but now he's also added explanations and footnotes. Right. I.e., this is in this nuskha, this added, this is added for the researcher, the one who wants to go into depth. Right. That wants to go into depth on it. So that's that's the Hawashi. The Hawashi, i.e., is giving you all the additional footnotes. Same thing with Jazariya in Tajweed. In Kashf al-Shubahat, for example, and these are the text. So there's 2 pages of text that you can download. You can download PDFs. You can have a teacher explain it to you, obviously. And there's a lot. Alfiya fi Sirah. And he keeps adding. Any new book that he does, it gets added to this page. Like Al-Arjuza Al-Mi'iyah, right? In the biography of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? Lamit al-Af'al in Sarf. And again, these are books that you're going to be coming across scholars explaining, and you want to have the best copy, right? You want to have the best copy of the book. In most cases, and Allah knows best, I don't know any copy that is better than the copies which are produced by the Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Qasim, right? Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Qasim, the Imam of Masjid Nabawi, right? Here's the poem. As you can see, it's color coded as well. So it looks very nice. Going back to the website, let's just jump to the brief biography of the Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Qasim. He mentioned something about his biography, and it's in English somewhere as well. Let's find that. Let's find it. So we have the tarjama of the Sheikh, right? So this is his biography, and this is his biography in English. If you just want to read up about the Sheikh, you can find it here. Okay, his birthplace. He was born in Mecca al-Mukarramah while his father was residing there for the printing of Fatawa Sheikh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, who his father was involved in it, right? his family. It speaks about his family and who they were, right? They were, as you can see, Muhammad ibn Abdurrahman al-Qasim, for the most senior students of the former Mufti of the Mamlaka, right? The former Mufti of the Mamlaka before Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh Muhammad ibn Ibrahim Ali Sheikh. Okay, so he was his student for more than a quarter of a century, right? And his father has loads of works as well. We haven't looked at it because there's a section of his dad's works on here, which are also very, very beneficial. And then you have his grandfather. He's the one that compiled the Majmu' al-Fatawa, and he's the one that also has lots of explanations on Kitab al-Tawheed, on Rawd al-Murbit, the main book. He compiled Adur al-Saniyya, 16 volumes, one of the main books on the ulama of Najd, right? And the Sheikh is unique, I'll be honest with you. If you're in Medina, inshallah, you get a chance, then you should visit him. He sits in the Masjid Nabawi. He's also a qadi, he's also a judge, he's also the imam that leads the salah in the masjid. This mentions his students. One of the other benefits of the Sheikh is that he, in a way, revived amongst the students of knowledge in Medina the Isnad system, right, where he reads a text and he gives the students Isnad, and from them is Sheikh Muhammad Hudhaifa, who's in the UK, who teaches at Medina College. He's got Isnad in most of these MUTOON. Inshallah, so if you study with him, you're able to get the Isnad. In addition to the books that you can download, right, including the books of the Sheikh's grandfather, as we're going to see here, if you go down to the books, right? So you can say you've got the categories. MUTOON TALIB ILM, that's the first one. You got the books of the Sheikh himself. Then you got the books of his father, the second category here, right? And you get the books of his grandfather. It's going to load up in a minute, right? And you got the books of the Mufti, the former Mufti as well. And you've got the explanations of the MUTOON TALIB ILM. So the top one and the last one is going to be especially beneficial for students of knowledge, because they can read the MUTOON and they can also read the explanation of the MUTOON that they can benefit from here, right? And as you can see, you have the Shara of Waraqat, Tahawiyah. Right, let's have a look at that. This is the explanation of Tahawiyah, subhanAllah. Look, you can read the book, all right? Inshallah, it opens up. So again, 426 pages. You can read the Sheikh's explanation of At-Tahawiyah. Right, the explanation of the Sheikh on At-Tahawiyah and on the other MUTOON of the student of knowledge. So not only do you have the metan, you also have the explanation of those MUTOON by the Sheikh Qadi al-Arba, Usul al-Thalatha, Nawaqid al-Islam, Shurut al-Salat, Tuhfat al-Atfal, Arabi al-Nawawiyya, al-Bayquniyya, Kitab Tawheed, i.e. all of the books or most of the MUTOON themselves have been explained by the Sheikh. So going back to the main page, you've got lessons that you can listen to. You've got the tilawah of the Sheikh, like I said, he's an imam in Masjid al-Nabawi. So you've got his recitation and you've got his khutbah, and you can see it's in numerous languages as well. One of the benefits is if you're an imam of a masjid, or you've just graduated from the Islamic University of Medina or any other university, and you become an imam, you have to give Jummah khutbahs. One of the methodologies which is good so that you can become competent is to first of all to imitate and to copy the Jummah khutbah of an imam who is all solid and sound. So for example, you can download, we'll have a look here, the khutb of the Sheikh, right? They're by year. SubhanAllah, look at that. Sheikh has been given khutb since the year 1421. It says here 1429, 1430. We're now 1444, right? Or 1445. So you can see his khutbah here, right? The audio. You can listen to it while you read it, translate it, practice it, and summarize it. And that can be the way that you deliver a Jummah khutbah initially until you get familiar with, until you get confident and strong yourself, right? So here you can see you have the Jummah khutbah here, right? Again, it's got the tashkil on it, so it's easy enough for you to read, right? It's easy enough for you to translate, right? You can You can copy it and translate it, and you can listen to it as well, right? And look at the languages, right? You can download it. Let's see if it's already available in English. And the website's quite responsive as well. Okay, so you don't have it in English, but you can download the audio, right? You can download the audio of it, or you can play it.
رضي الله عنهما هي أيام العشر وذكره سبحانه فيها.
Listen to the khutbah, for example. So in any case, not just that, you can also listen to his recitations, right? This is his khutbah. He's also got recitations, right? You can listen to, for example, Surah Al-Jumu'ah. Listen to the recitation of the Sheikh as well, right? So the app has loads of the website, not the app, the website has loads of benefits. The main benefit for the student knowledge is obviously the MUTOON that you can download and follow, but there's other benefits.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Listen to the recitation of Allah, downloading the books, studying the books of the Sheikh as well, his khutub, his books. You can watch, I think, some of his khutub or some of his lessons, right? The other thing you have is this WhatsApp. I haven't seen this, to be honest with you, and how it works, but it looks like you can join his channel where you get the benefits from the fawaid of the Sheikh's lessons as well, if you wanted to follow in real time. Okay, if you wanted to follow in real time. So that's a quick overview of the website of the Sheikh, specifically, like I mentioned at the beginning, looking at the MUTOON Talib ILM, right? And you can download them, you can open them. Let's get back to the first one, which I think is a text that really needs to be studied and taught, because dua is the essence of ibadah, of worship. And when you're supplicating and making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are indeed calling upon Allah by his names and his attributes, which means that you're in and of itself glorifying Allah and making dhikr of Allah. The book opens by mentioning the fada'il of dua, right? The virtues of dua, right? The virtues of seeking knowledge of the Quran, the virtues of dhikr, right? The virtues of the gatherings of dhikr. And then it mentions adhkar, right? What you say when you enter the toilet. And look how nice and big it is, right? Each page has one dua, right? You can print it out, you can teach the kids, right? Each page has one dua. And as you can see, all of them are based upon adiyah, which is in either Sahih Muslim or in Sahih al-Bukhari, right? Or authentic dua in other books, right? So it has all of these adhkar and dua that you can say by itself, and you can download the book and you can benefit from it. So this is a website of Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Qasim. Again, he's an imam in Masjid al-Nabawi. He's teaching as well. He has courses there. So inshallah, make sure inshallah, if you're in Medina, you benefit from him. And even if it's just to go and give him salams, just if it's month of Dhul Hijjah, many Hujjaj are going to be in Medina afterwards, like going to the Masjid Nabawi. When you go, ask where's the kursi of Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Qasim. Go visit, give him salam, say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And inshallah, if you have any questions, you can ask him as well, because he's usually open for questions. Naam. So that's a review of MUTOON Talib ILM from the Sheikh himself, Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Qasim. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us benefit from the works of the Sheikh and make us serious students of knowledge. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.